Welcome back to Next Level Money. I'm Cash Wolf. Today we're going to talk about something many people never notice about money: the difference between how poor people spend money and how wealthy people spend it. Often it's not about how much money someone earns. It's about what they choose to buy. Some purchases quietly destroy your financial future, while others help you build wealth over time. In this video, we're going to look at 10 things that poor people often buy, but wealthy people usually avoid. The first thing poor people often buy that wealthy people avoid is expensive cars they cannot truly afford. Cars lose value extremely fast. The moment you drive a new car away from the dealership, its value immediately drops. But many people still spend a large portion of their income trying to drive something impressive. Wealthy people think differently. Instead of putting their money into something that quickly loses value, they prefer to invest in assets that grow. For them, a car is simply transportation, not a symbol of status. The second thing many poor people spend too much money on is luxury clothing. Designer brands can be incredibly expensive, and many people buy them because they want to look successful. But the reality is that expensive clothing rarely improves your financial situation. In fact, it often does the opposite. Wealthy people usually focus on comfort and practicality. They understand that clothing is not what builds wealth. Investments do. Instead of spending thousands on fashion trends, they prefer to put that money into assets that grow over time, because real wealth is built quietly, not worn on the outside. Another common purchase that keeps many people poor is constantly buying the newest gadgets. Every year a new phone is released, a new laptop, a new device that promises to be faster and better. Many people feel pressure to upgrade every time something new appears. But these purchases rarely create value. They simply drain your money. Wealthy people usually upgrade technology only when it is truly necessary. They avoid unnecessary upgrades, because every dollar spent on temporary technology could have been invested into something that grows. Another thing poor people often spend money on is lottery tickets. The dream of becoming rich overnight is extremely tempting, but the odds of winning the lottery are incredibly small. Many people spend small amounts of money every week hoping for a lucky moment. But over time, those small amounts can add up to thousands of dollars. Wealthy people rarely rely on luck. Instead of gambling, they invest. They prefer strategies that slowly grow their money over time, because real wealth is usually built through discipline and patience, not chance. Another financial trap is buying things simply to impress others. Many people feel pressure to show success: luxury watches, expensive accessories, or items that create the appearance of wealth. But wealthy people understand something important. Real wealth does not need to be displayed. It grows quietly in investments and assets. Instead of trying to impress others, wealthy investors focus on building long-term financial stability. And over time, that quiet discipline leads to real financial freedom. Another habit that slowly drains money is constant convenience spending. Food delivery, daily takeout, paying extra for convenience again and again. Each purchase might seem small, but when these habits repeat every day, they quietly consume a large portion of your income. Wealthy people pay attention to these patterns. They understand that controlling daily spending is one of the easiest ways to improve finances, because money saved can always be invested and allowed to grow. Another thing many poor people spend too much money on is brand obsession. Many people believe that wearing famous brands automatically makes them look successful, but focusing too much on brands often leads to overspending. Wealthy people usually care far less about logos and labels. They understand that true wealth is not about appearance. It is about ownership. Owning businesses, owning investments, owning assets that generate income. While many people spend money trying to look rich, wealthy people focus on becoming rich. Another purchase that traps many people financially is high-interest debt. Credit cards can feel convenient. Buy now, pay later. But high interest rates can quickly turn small purchases into large financial burdens. Many people end up paying far more than the original price of the item. Wealthy people avoid high-interest debt whenever possible. Instead of borrowing money for consumption, they prefer to invest money to create future income, because debt can work against you while investments work for you. Another mistake many people make is constantly chasing trends. Every year new trends appear, new products, new investments, new opportunities that promise quick success. Many people jump from one trend to another without a clear strategy. Wealthy investors rarely chase trends. Instead, they focus on long-term investments. They look for stability and sustainable growth rather than quick excitement, because long-term discipline almost always beats short-term hype.